How are we doing, everybody? I'm Andy Malafrina, and let's start a special thing. I don't know exactly what I'm going to call this, but what we're going to do is we're going to go in the Wayback Machine, and we're going to vibe out on a whole band's discography. I threw out that idea. I saw some people. Shout out Foxtrot. They were the ones who reminded me I wanted to do that. And yeah, so thank you guys for reminding me that. But I'm going to, over the next, just as long as I keep up doing this YouTube channel, I'm going to start going in the Wayback Machine, listening to bands' old albums, and then try to do like their whole discography. And I think I'm going to start with bands that I fuck with. And one of the bands I fuck with the most right now is Dance Gavin Dance. And I've listened to a lot of their music, but I can't tell you I've listened to every song they've put out. Most, probably like 80%, but not every song. So yeah, did I say what we're doing? We're going back, doing the whole discography. And when you do that, you have to start with whatever I say is Royal Ocean. Oh yeah, I should also say, because it's a throwback thing, I'm going to do these every Thursday. So every Thursday, I'm going to try. You know what? I always have to add that disclaimer because sometimes I go out of the gate with high hopes and then I don't deliver on what I promise. But this shouldn't be too hard. Once a week, listen to an album I like or I might like. But yeah, so every Thursday, look out for these. They will be full album reactions in the Wayback Machine. And yeah, and also you can comment down below what albums you think, what bands I should try. I'm definitely going to start off I'm definitely going to lean towards bands I'm more familiar with because I think that's just a better experience. That's why on this YouTube channel, I usually talk about bands I'm familiar with because I think it's easier to talk about that shit and stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, enough preamble. Every Thursday, this shit. Anyway, I've never listened to this album actually. I've listened to some stuff on it, but I've never listened to this full album. So this will be a fun way to start. Let's go through it. Here, wait. Let me turn the fucking volume because I've turned this down so far and it's not getting quieter. Let me just turn this down in case the next fucking part's loud as fuck in my ears. Look at those old school shirts. Does that bring you guys back? Hell yeah. Wow. You know what? It's funny. Sorry, I'm looking up Warped Tour 2006 because this album came out in 2006. I'm trying to look up who was on the Warped Tour compilation. Yeah, wait, Warped Tour 2006 compilation. I'm trying to look up the track. Why does Google do this? Google does this all the time, and they give you just like a hodgepodge of. I mean, I guess that's okay. That's all the bands. Never mind. Google. All right, Google. You got me there, but yeah, it's wow, dude. '06 was a fucking lineup. Saves the Day, Under Oath, Matchbook Romance, NoFX, Flogging Molly, Moaning. You guys remember Moaning? Chiodos. Protest the Hero, I Am Ghost, All Time Low. Yeah, man. I gotta familiarize with more of this type of shit back then, but I do feel like this sound was definitely pretty unique for the time. So it is cool to hear. I didn't realize, because when did Downtown Battle Mountain come out? Which, by the way, great album title. That came out in like 07? Okay, so yeah, because this sounds pretty similar to like Downtown Battle Mountain. It does sound like the how the Hobbit is to the Lord of the Rings. Very similar vibe, but still its own thing. But yeah, man, I'm wondering if it was funny too, because it was like, damn, I wish they had a little bit more money, because the recording did not do the songs justice. That was a good ass song, and the recording is definitely lower quality. But first EP, that's what happens. The Robot versus Heroin Battle of Vietnam. Okay. Always great song titles. Oh, I do want to say we should do this when we go through these songs. We do got to give the lineup, because Dance Gavin Dance historically, it wasn't until 2014 to about. Actually, yeah. 2014 to about 2020 is when they finally stopped having lineup changes. So we're gonna go about 8 years before they're basically every album is a lineup change. They'll have pockets here and there, but yeah, no, I don't think they until 2014, and then for the next 6 years. But yeah, for the first 6 years they don't go like an album. No, for the first 8 years they don't go an album without having a lineup change. And I will say this. After 2020, they have a lineup change, but we got to remember, it's because their bassist passed away. And then it's fucking Andy went to vocals and all that other shit. I guess he's been on vocals, but anyway. But yeah, so the initial lineup, Johnny Craig, John Mess, Will Swan, Alvaro Alcala, he's on rhythm guitar, so he was only for that album. Eric Lodge on bass, and then Matt Mingus. And just remember, Matt Mingus and Will Swan, the only two members to ever be on every single album. right, there we go. Good fucking time. That was great. That was great. I really want to listen to more music now from like, so this technically originally came out in like '04, so they probably wrote the songs in this came out in '05, so they probably wrote the songs in '04. It was re-released on Rise Records in '06. But yeah, now I want to go back and listen to music from 2006 to see what the vibe was, to see how, because like I remember, I get intrigued with that a lot, especially when there was periods in music that I wasn't paying attention to at the time, like that. Because I remember in high school, my particular high school, I don't know how it was for other people, but just the people that like annoyed me all like Dance Gavin Dance. So I was just like, I probably won't like Dance Gavin Dance, which is ironic because they're like one of my favorite bands now. But yeah, so I missed them at the time, and now I'm like trying to remember, like, did music sound like this, or were they kind of ahead of the game on it? And either way, even if they weren't ahead of the game, there's no way other bands were sounding as tight as this. This is really good. Once again, shame that they got these on. They should really re-record these. See if Johnny Craig wants to redo these or something, because these deserve a higher quality recording. These are good ass songs that go fucking hard. Yeah, and it's just so I'm like reading back through their Wikipedia. I forgot that one of the reasons Johnny Craig got kicked out of the band, like the straw that broke the camel's back, was they were doing some show in Jersey. It was like some big festival, and they were just like fed up, and he was just missing, but they had to go on, so they just said fuck it, and they just started the show without Johnny Craig. And then he comes running out halfway into So I Invented Times New Roman. But I guess that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because, you know, he's got a well-documented drug addiction, and with having a well-documented drug addiction, you have a well-documented not being reliable problem. So I think they're just getting fed up with that. But yeah, it's just like it's just a shame. It's just a shame, because Johnny Craig has like, in this genre, hands down, but just in music in general, has one of the best singing voices. And it's just like, bro, if he could have just get some of that shit together, it's that whole, like, what could have been conversation. I can't help but, you hate to dwell on the past and stuff like that, but stuff like that always pops into my mind when I'm listening to, like, Johnny Craig and Dance Gavin Dance. Not that I dislike what they have out. Like, the shit they put out with Kurt Travis is some of my favorite shit. The shit they're putting out with Tilly is some of my favorite shit. But there is that, like, in the age of multiverse, you can't help but think, like, what's going on in the Johnny Craig never left the band multiverse, or never got kicked out of the band multiverse. Oh, sorry. I found the video. This was back from... Oh, is that Kurt Travis? No shit. Wow, interesting. Or is that John Mess just with long ass hair? All right, we're not here to talk about that.
Rock defeat, such broken lies in your own, and I feel such pain from those beautiful brown eyes. Reach for those words, it's like a butterfly trying to broken, take a bite, such distances leaving you now. Can you taste this right? And now you run away from this blind to write you bleeding
Let's go. Let's go. Sorry. I'll be honest, I'm still reading I'm still reading old school Dance Gavin dance drama. Dude, cuz I saw that shit on here. I should pull it back up cuz I fucking didn't pay attention, and you guys deserve to read what I was reading. But no, I was where's the history? Yeah, let's go back in the history. No. Fuck. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is from Lamb Goat. No, because I saw this shit on Reddit, and they were like, Dance Gavin Dance posted a scathing post. I got it somewhere deep on a hard drive, and people were like, oh my God, you got to post that. And it was like, I can't. And it's like, it's probably online, guys. And it's here on Lamb Goat. But it said, after the Saints and Sinners Festival last week, our singer Johnny quit the band. The situation arose after he failed to show up to the majority of our first song, and I told them I invented Times New Roman in front of 2,000 or so people. He then proceeded to continue his drug and alcohol binge the previous night, making a fool out of himself in front of our friends and other bands. Later in the night, he got in an argument with our merch guy and tour manager as well as a member of the band and decided he would quit the band. We attempted to reason with him, but we only could say that we only could say that he was done and moved his heavily drugged self to a friend's hotel room. This is a typical series of events for our band, and Johnny has quit and rejoined the band in the morning numerous times. Unfortunately, after this much abuse, we were unable to continue to let Johnny continue with his usual idiotic ways, and we left him in New Jersey and drove home. And they're saying we're still in Rise Records, we're going to write more songs, yada, yada, yada. And it's always an interesting thing dealing with a friend with a drug addiction. I haven't had to deal with that too many times in my life, but you deal with friends who definitely dabble a little too heavily and shit like that. So I've had a few exhausting experiences, and it's that thing, you want to be compassionate, but friends with drug addictions really test your patience. So I get it. Like, it's that straw that broke the camel's back, and they've been probably holding it in for a while, and they finally at a point where they're like, hey, Johnny, suck our fucking dicks. Fuck off, dude. Anyway, the importance of... Wow, what great timing on the next. Let's listen to this next song, The Importance of Cocaine.
There seems to
Yo, what was that?
Who will decide your
Wow, perfect use of the dissonance chord, my guys. That's cool. That's really cool. Going from like the dissonance to nice and happy. Good shit. Fun stuff. It to be this tight on a first EP, first album is pretty sick. Yeah, but just go back to my main thing. God damn it, I wish recording quality was a little better back then, because this band deserves, the intricacies of this band deserve a modern recording process.
to know you're free.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the well-written 6-minute song. Yeah, dude, almost. Shout out to a well-written, almost 6-minute song. That's a very impressive thing for a band like this. Usually if you're going to go over 4 minutes, it's just going to be a lot of drawn-out shit, and it's just not going to hit like that. But to be able to bust out almost 6 minutes and it to feel like just a whole cohesive thought and to put a lot in there, that's good. This is, like, I'm just so impressed at how, like, however you feel about Dance Gavin Dance, it's just, like, you got to admit, they're one of the most, it's crazy they're still around. It's crazy they're still around. And the reason I bring this up is just, like, to mix with, it's reminding me of how good all their other shit is. And to be able to pump out this type of stuff. But to, like, be this good out of the gate is kind of fucking nuts. I'm trying to think about it. Like, you know, another band I liked a lot growing up. Well, I didn't listen to Dance Gavin Dance growing up. But a band I liked a lot growing up was Green Day. And if you go back, like, Dookie rules. Don't get me wrong. Dookie rules. But the shit before that, the first 2 albums before that, they're not bad. But, like, most people are going to start with Dookie and then go from there. You know what I mean? And, it, like, when they really got locked in was Dookie. Now, I'm partial to Nimrod, but that was the first album I got into of theirs. But you guys get what I'm getting at. Like, Green Day really started to figure it out on Dookie. But for a band like this to, you know, to have it this locked in on your first EP, it's really This is really impressive. I forgot how good this was. I should say I didn't realize how good this was because I've heard some songs off this. Like where was it? Where was the one? The Nicotine Armoire. What was the one? Was that on here? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up in my head. Oh yeah, here, Burning Down the Nicotine Armoire. I heard this before. You know what it was? Oh, I have heard this album before. Because I was doing basically this a while ago, and then I scrapped it. And now I'm doing this again. So I'm listening to this again. So I have listened to this before, but it was like once a year ago. And that's it. Anyway.
Have you ever had an issue that you tried to deal?
Sorry.
So shut and know you are hurt from insensitive behavior. You're scared of what this really is and where this might lead us next. And then don't let me go.
And there we go. That is what I say is Royal Ocean. The first, the only EP by Dance Gavin Dance. Kind of an album. Because I think it's like, with the way albums are now. Well, what am I saying? I always have it in my head. I don't know why. I always have it in my head that albums back in the day were always an hour. I don't know why I think that. I don't know why. Sorry. Why do I keep doing that on mic? It's super annoying. But yeah, it's 27 minutes. I mean, there's a lot of albums that come out that are only 30 minutes. So you might as well call this a fucking album. It's a little shorter than normal. I think the average album length now is like 35, 40 minutes. But, bro, I've said it a million times. Give me 30 minutes. All I need from you is 30 minutes. And with the way things are, bro, save the money. Save the studio time. Yeah, like I was just randomly looking up the one album I've been listening to a lot lately by End. That's only 30 minutes. That's all you fucking need. That's all you fucking need. But yeah, so first album by Dance Gavin Dance, really good. Like I was saying a bunch of times, real shame. You know, first album, it's a demo. It is what it is. But, you know, real shame it's sort of lower quality audio and stuff like that. Now, it also might be the fact that this is a 13-year-old YouTube video. I like to play stuff that's like on YouTube when I do these. I try to at least. I don't like to play off Spotify because I think that's a little bit more illegal than what I actually do. But yeah, I don't know. I know the one dude. There's a one dude that does full album reactions. He plays his shit on Spotify. Or he plays his shit from Spotify. But I like to do it from YouTube. I feel like that's more fair and honest or whatever the fuck. But anyway, oh yeah, sorry, I got a little sidetracked. No, that was great. I was like I was saying before, I was shocked at how strong they came out of the gate with that. I was shocked at how fucking good it was. It was very locked in. There was like shit that made me think of their self-titled, which was like kind of cool. It didn't just sound like a pre-Downtown Battle Mountain album. There was actually some shit on there. I was like, this could go on their self-titled and not stick out. You know what I mean? Because I do think there is a decent shift from Downtown Battle Mountain to their self-titled in music. But we'll see that coming up in the next couple weeks. I'll be back next week with Downtown Battle Mountain. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, man. I put a lot of content on here. So if you're new to the fucking channel, hit the subscribe. Lots of shit about me talking about music. I love you guys a lot. Have a good one. Until next time, be nice, don't be a dick, and always remember to be about it, bitches. Bye-bye.